Tiana here. I know I haven't done a Dreamlight Valley video in quite some time now. I was taking a break from making content from it as I was a bit burnt out at the time. And with this huge new update coming out, I thought this would be a great way to get back into making Dreamlight Valley content for you all. And in this video, I want to go over some tips that I think can be useful for you to help you prepare your valleys for the update that will be happening on December 5th. I'm going to give you a quick breakdown on what to expect with the upcoming update happening on that day. For starters, we will be getting a free content update which brings a new character, Jack Skellington, to our valleys, along with a winter star path, and another huge thing is going to be multiplayer. And then there will also be the paid expansion of Rift in Time for $29.99, also happening on December 5th as well. Let me know down in the comments if you plan on getting this expansion at all, or are you just going to stick with the main game and all the star paths that will be coming in the future. But with this new expansion, there is going to be a ton of things added to the game, such as a whole new area called Eternity Isle, and with that there will be 3 new biomes: Ancient's Landing, Glittering Dunes, and the Wild Tangle. There will also be new characters: Rapunzel, Eve, Gaston, and later on, Jafar, which will in return bring all new storylines to the game as well. Alright, I'm first going to start with the tips and tricks for the free update since not everybody is likely to be getting the paid expansion. The first tip is going to be gather as many resources as possible, whether that's mining for gems, foraging for flowers, wood, and fruits, as well as fishing. By gathering all these resources now and not waiting right until the update will save you so much time and not having you stressing and running around your valleys trying to collect 200 clay. I'm talking about you, Minnie, and your clock tower. And then you can just have all those items ready to go when needed for a quest. You will also want to gather resources such as Vitalis crystals to make potions for growing items quicker, catching more rarer fish, or for mining more gems. You can also start collecting and gathering everything from Beast's Flower Shrine to Moana's boat to have fish on hand, and even from Kristoff's cart for coal, fabric, and glass, and all of this will help you out when completing all new quests. Another reason for you to gather these resources is so that you can share them with your friends and be able to trade items back and forth. And as far as I can tell, we will be able to give them resources or items that are droppable, such as wood, gems, and even food. Another thing, when you are gathering resources, it might be tempting to pick up any night thorns, but I would leave them as they might appear in an upcoming quest in the star path, as they were seen a couple of times in the last one, where you had to go around and pick up 50 night thorns. And only 10 or so spawn in an area each day. So if you can refrain from picking any of them up, that will save you the hassle of having to wait for them to respawn the following day. Another tip is, with all the gathering and collecting you will be doing for these resources, I suggest, if you haven't already, craft as many of the large chests or medium chests as you can to try and store as much of these resources as possible to help with the quests and leveling up villagers. Another tip is planting and harvesting crops. You'll also want to start planting any and all crops just to have some of each on hand at all times. You can use a buddy to not only get their friendship up if you don't have them at level 10, but this will also get you more rewards when harvesting, such as more vegetables or whatever item you are planting at the time, as well as more of the rich soil, which is hard to come by. If you have pumpkins unlocked, plant a ton of those, as these are the easiest way to earn a ton of coins. Having a ton of coins on hand will be very useful, as there might be new items to collect from Scrooge's shop, so you will want to have plenty of coins to purchase these items. And when we get Jack to our valleys, we will also need a certain amount of gold coins on us to unlock his house and have him move in. So definitely get planting and selling those pumpkins. Another tip I have for you is to do Dreamlight tasks and collect tons of Dreamlight. You will want to collect plenty of Dreamlight if you don't have enough for opening up new realms. Dreamlight will also help you when you are trying to create the potions as mentioned earlier. Grinding out specific category tasks as well will help, such as fishing in certain areas or upgrading Moana's fishing boat to different levels will help unlock more Dreamlight in a higher quantity as well. Another tip I have for you is to complete villager quests, as you don't want to be stressed out when the new update comes out and have a handful of quests to complete. Having a clean slate to work with when you get Jack Skellington will make it much easier to just focus on his tasks. And you want to finish leveling up the characters to level 10 to get all their quests unlocked, and the easiest way to level them up is to give them their daily requested items, but also just giving them any kind of flower helps them level up faster. Or another option is to give them the Vitalis crystals if you have any of these on hand. The crystals are easiest to get because they spawn back quicker in the mines than the flowers do, which take usually around an hour or so. But if you already have a ton of flowers on hand and don't feel like getting motion sick in the caves, then flowers will be the easier option. You can also hang out with a specific villager when you are doing any sort of task that they might be associated with, such as you might have Wally be a gardening buddy, so you can bring him with you when you are planting and harvesting those pumpkins, and he can get leveled up while also helping you along the way, getting you extra pumpkins and more of that rich soil as well. Completing villager quests and leveling them up will also get you rewards and items you have been missing from your collection. Some villager quests might be time gated where it might take a couple of real life days to complete, but I'm not sure if they need to be completed fully before the update, as most won't hold you back from bringing a new villager to the valley, unless you need to be at a certain level with another villager in order to start a new villager's specific level quest. Another tip I have is complete missing recipes. You might also want to finish making any meals you haven't discovered before, so you can share these recipes with your friends, as you are able to share droppable goods and such with other players once we get multiplayer, as well as be able to give them to villagers if they request for that item, either in Remy's restaurant or for a quest item, as well as being able to just say that you have learned all the meals in Dreamlight Valley thus far. And I'm sure there will be plenty more new recipes in this new update, with all the upcoming characters and having to learn all those recipes as well along the way. Another tip is having your characters all unlocked. This next tip kinda goes hand in hand with completing villager quests, but that is to just get all the characters unlocked and to your valley so you can have all 29 as of currently characters roaming your valley. By having all these characters in your valley, you can then earn more items from them and have them all there hanging out with you and your friends when your friends come to check out your valley. Another tip is to decorate your valley as best as you can. You don't need to decorate your whole island before the update, but have maybe at least 1 or 2 areas open for decorating, so maybe you can have your friends over and just have a few nice areas to be able to hang out in and take cute pictures with them and your villagers. When decorating your valley, you will then be able to give some inspiration back to your friends with how you have decorated, and then be able to see what ideas that they can come up with when you visit their island as well. When trying to decorate, you also want to try and make room for Jack Skellington and his house somewhere in the valley, whether that's the Forgotten Lands or somewhere cold such as the Frosted Heights biome. Also, you want to have an empty area to create your dream snaps for each week if you plan on participating in those, so you don't need to rip down a part of your valley every time there's a new dream snap challenge. You can just have an area to go and start decorating. And the last tip I have for this free update portion is collect as much moonstones as you can. By completing the dream snaps each week, like I just talked about above, if you don't have enough time to complete the weekly challenge, you can also earn moonstones by just voting. It will only take a couple of minutes each time to vote to get those extra moonstones. It won't get you a lot, but it will be better than not getting anything at all. You will also not want to spend any of these moonstones in the premium shop prior to the update just to see if there might be any exciting items you might want instead of what we already have been receiving in the premium shop. The moonstones will help you unlock the winter themed star path as well, which will cost you 2,500 moonstones, or if you want the upgraded version to get the more premium items, that will cost 3,300 moonstones, but this will also get you an extra 100 tickets to get those items. If you have purchased Dreamlight Valley before December 5th as a founder, you will also receive 2,500 moonstones as a thank you gift from Gameloft. And now I will be sharing some tips for the expansion if you plan on purchasing that at all. A lot of the tips that I shared for the free update will more than likely apply for this expansion as well, as some of the resources might be able to be used in the new world, but if not, still better safe than sorry to have a lot of resources stocked up. The first tip is to have chests ready for any new items, food, meals, and any new resources that we will be able to find on Eternity Isle. I know when we are able to do bulk cooking, there is a new gem or resource to use in order to make these bulk meals. So it would be a great idea if we can find those and stock up those right away as well. Another tip is to get as much gold. You will also want to use the gold coins you've earned here, as there will be another Chez Remy's, Scrooge's store, and Goofy's stall to spend your coins on from not only in the shops themselves, but also upgrading them to their full potential in the area as well. So there will be tons of new food items to craft new recipes with, and have those extra chests on hand will be super helpful. Another tip is to have extra space on hand. Prepare your valley for the new characters that will be coming in the expansion, such as Rapunzel, Gaston, Eve, and possibly Jafar, who will be added down the line, will all be able to have their own houses in your valley. You will get to decide who goes where and if you want any of the new characters to stay in the new land, or if any of them can come and hang out in Dreamlight. Or maybe you want some of the past characters to get moved to that new island so you don't have to see them as often. But either way, make some room and decorate some parts of your island so you are ready for their arrival. Along with preparing for their house, with the expansion, if you are a founder, you will also be receiving a new flowery summer cottage. So you will also need to be making room for that as well. Another tip for the expansion is grinding out Dreamlight as well, as we will have 3 new biomes to look forward to exploring. And as of right now, I'm not entirely sure if they are all going to be unlocked with the world right away, or if we will have to unlock each one separately. And if the latter is the case, then we might need Dreamlight to help unlock these biomes. So do the Dreamlight duties as well as some of the longer Dreamlight goals to help get as much Dreamlight as possible. Alright, that is going to do it for this tips and tricks video for the new update happening on December 5th. Let me know what you are most excited for, whether it's the Star Path, Jack Skellington. If you are getting the expansion, are you excited for the characters, or just exploring the land and seeing all the new animal companions, or even just the new hourglass tool to help find hidden treasure. I know I'm super excited for the capybara for sure, as well as meeting Rapunzel. Let me know if there are any other tips and tricks that help you get ready for any updates that I might have missed. Leave them down in the comments below. But I hope this video helped out a little bit in order to prepare for this huge update that will be happening on December 5th with so much new content releasing. Give the video a like if you enjoyed these tips and tricks, and subscribe for more Dreamlight Valley videos in the future. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye!